springs forth. What bile does bubble? The black moon swings, and the sky stirs trembles. Stir. By violent ends, we kill the light. Through the shadows, madness beckons. Weird at night.
Freed from the shackles of time and space, we present Weird at Night!
What's up, everybody? It's your band, The Big O. Want to encourage you to tune in to Weird at Night right here on Converge Media every Saturday at 10 p.m.
What up? What up? What up? Weird-arinos, weirdites, weirdos, chat cherubs, baby birds, etc. etc. Welcome to the place that runs this face. The absurd and abstract realm of absurd abstraction. Welcome to the Pandemonium Shadow Show, only broadcast into your eye sockets via the hyperdigitalisms. Welcome to the one and the only Weird at Night. I'm Patrick Galactic, and I'll be your guide on this hour-ish expedition through music, art, silly fascinations, animated ridiculousness, public access insanity, and so much more, my friends, so much more. We've got some dope stuff coming your way tonight. We'll be watching a music video from Seattle badasses Fonda and talking to them in the chat about their brand new album and big release show. We'll watch an incredible performance from LIVt representing the 253, and she just might be joining us in the chat as well. Plus, a recap of our entire animated adventure featuring the Barefoot Messiah with some cameo appearances and much, much more. But the first thing we gotta do, mon amis... God damn it. God damn it. Hey, LaFonda's in the chat. To cheer me up. Because we gotta pick up this goddamn place. There isn't much that can be done when so much gets undone between each episode. Look at this. Hideous. Disgusting. We must resurrect the corpse cosmos, and the only way to do it. We must sing the night its bedtime song. We must serenade the stars with the song of the cosmos. I need each and every one of you to throw your gizmo emotes in the chat so I know you're singing along. Let's hope to giz this works, okay? I'm going to sing the song of the cosmos. Throw your gizmo emotes in the chat, everybody. Let's cross our fingers and I hope that it worked. Please, 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 please. Ah, yeah. Yeah, it worked. Thank you, chat cherubs. Your angelic little gremlin voices have saved us once again. Now that we're up and running, we surrender to the confusion and let the absurdity elucidate our unconscious. I need you to turn rationality off and turn what the fuck to 11. This cosmic calamity ain't an accident, cowpoke. It's an art extravaganza of galactic proportion. Weird at Night is a weekly art voyage through the stars. We love music. We love surreal comedy. Weird at Night is like a smoky patchwork quilt with Twilight Zone 90s public access TV, Pee-wee's Playhouse, and Reading Rainbow all stitched in. We're astonishingly wholesome for people who say fuck as often as we do here. More importantly than all that, we're a show community. The chat is 100% where it's at. A lot of the stuff we'll be showing tonight was made by somebody hanging out in the chat. So as always, we give thanks to Dante, the ruler of hell and beyond, because you're chatting amongst royalty. If you love what you see or you hear tonight, please say so. You can make someone's very weird night even better. And don't fear the darkness, darling. We're weird. It's night. You're in the right place. Respect for each other and the flow of the show is essential. Distractors and spammers will be ejected. If you give us a follow on Twitch here, at some point in the night, I'm going to sing you a little tune and put your name and the pretty lights on the screen. If you subscribe on Twitch, which is super duper helpful in this endeavor to deliver abstract amazingness to the masses, I'll put everything down. I'll grab my guitar and write you a 20-second song on the spot. But for now, let the extravaganza begin. I have a lot of realizations, like, did you know that your hands are attached to your arms? Crazy, right? And something else I realized today, the first episode of Weird at Night ever aired at 2 a.m. on April 29th, 2020. And this year, April 29th is a Saturday. So we're going to have a huge celebration. So I need you to note this in your Palm Pilots because it's going to be a celebration. 3 years of abstract absurdity and art celebration. Hell yes. And believe me, I won't be shutting up about it anytime soon, so there will be plenty of hype to come. But I promise you, it will be an episode unlike any other. That's right. That's right. Spaceship Trucker in the house. What up, Spaceship Trucker? Dartone the Third says, Weird at Night will ejaculate distractors and spammers. Not true. That's not true. That's not true. Dartone, I hate you. And it's funny, because when we started, we were in the middle of a pandemic. That no one really understood. We were all locked inside and I had no idea what this thing was going to be. Zero. I hung out in a bathrobe and I rambled. I played a couple songs and I muted myself accidentally a lot. But as we kept going, I understood that Weird at Night had an important role to play in elevating artists. And that's something I think we really need today. When I was a kid, Seattle had an incredible weekly or bi-weekly music and culture magazine called The Rocket. It was like 50 to 70 pages of wall-to-wall music and art coverage, movie reviews, books, and shitloads of music coverage, like live show reviews. It was incredible. As a wee galactic, it felt like I lived in a city full of rock stars. And you know what? I did, and I still do. But there's fewer and fewer places for artists to get that recognition, to be discovered. The Rocket went out of business more than 20 years ago. Many publications that covered music have started and gone out of business since. Printing costs a shitload, but this stream does not. And we want to elevate artists. Please share us on social media and tell your artist friends to send their work to us. We want to share amazing stuff and put a spotlight on artists we believe in. Chances are you or someone you know is one of them, but we can't do it alone. We need your help. And I'm going to drop some links in the chat. Yes, follow us in these places. You can go to our submission page on our website, weirdatnight.com, and make sure you just tell people, if you know artists, make sure you tell them about us because we want to share their work. It's something that's like a personal calling to me. We need more places doing this because my goal with this show is to take artists that you might be able to go see right now for $15 or something and treat them exactly like they're Beyonce or something, because you know what? They are. They're just as valid. They're just as relevant. But while I ask for your help in spreading the word, I have another question to ask you. And that question is, where do you go when there's nowhere to go? At me in the chat with your answer. There's no right or wrong. It's just fun, my deadlies. At me, and I'll read your answers as we go along. For me personally, I definitely go to the ethereal digitalisms, which contains Weird at Night in the WANiverse, but I want to know where you go. Tell me in the chat. Anybody got anything special going on? Anybody have a big win? Something cool you got planned? Add me in the chat and I'll read those when we come back. All right, we got a big night ahead of us. So let's get to it. We got LIVt, some giant happenings in the WANiverse to discuss, Terry Monstrosity, Not For Sale, and much more coming your way. But we're kicking the show off tonight with a music video from our friends in the chat. Seattle indie rock stalwarts and returning WAN fam La Fonda. La Fonda just dropped a new record, We Are Infinite, on Friday and have a huge release show coming up this Thursday at Numos in Seattle. We're going to talk a bunch about it with them after we come back. But for now, check out this awesome video and track, New Mexico, La Fonda.
Like your last lullaby before I hit the road. Always hates those short goodbyes. Headed out 1 month of shows. Sunny day, your business suit. I drive off. This is hard for you, 'cause you know I'm always chasing something. I come back and reminisce about desert winds and acid trips and the open road. Waking up late night, clear sky, New Mexico. Holy ground beneath my feet. Another day of mystery. Headed out someplace that we don't know. All I know is we'll be there soon. Dancing with strangers in an old country saloon. Waking up late night, clear sky, New Mexico. Waking up late night, clear sky, under the brightness of the moon. Darkness and those long days, they sure were tiring. So I fell asleep to you. The open road may be calling, but it means nothing if I'm not coming home to you. Waking up late night, clear sky, New Mexico.
Hello? Mom?
Great stuff from La Fonda. What you see behind me right now is La Fonda's website. They just dropped a brand new record called We Are Infinite. New Mexico is one of the tracks on that record. I highly recommend you check it out. You can stream it on Spotify, but you can also go to Bandcamp and just buy the fucking thing because it's a great fucking record. You just heard it. You just heard it. So go do it, babies. We go do it. We've had La Fonda on Weird at Night a number of times because, quite frankly, this band works hard and they've been doing it for years and they're always up to something new. I love the vibes I get from their videos, and one of the consistent themes I always notice is friendship and togetherness. This world needs more of that. I tell you, we are so focused on Division. It's something I truly love to see. That track, like I said, New Mexico is part of the new full-length LaFonda dropped yesterday. We Are Infinite. And they are celebrating that release this Thursday with a huge show. You can see the tickets behind me at Numos, also featuring Lisa Prank, Chinese American Bear, who we featured here before, and Cujo Boogie, who simply, they have an incredible band name. I mean, who doesn't want that? Who doesn't want that? So what struck you about that video from LaFonda? Let me know in the chat, at me in the chat. I want to know. What up, Blazing Space? So I got a few questions for LaFonda, and they can just answer in the chat as we go along here. First question, how long were you working on We Are Infinite from start to finish? Like, how long was the full length in the works? Maybe something else to think about is, how has the band evolved since it started? When did you guys start your band? And how has it changed over time? And then lastly, who would you say are some of your biggest influences? I would like to know. I would like to know, and so would our viewers, damn it. LaFonda says the work for the record started in the pandemic. So these things take time. Great art takes time, people. You got to stick with it. You got to do it step by step. It's incremental. Sometimes you get in the weeds with the teeny tiny stuff, with re-recording backing vocals or mixing backing vocals for like 100 years. And you know, when it comes out and it's finally done, it's a completed piece of work. It is so rewarding, but getting there can be so tedious. Hats off to LaFonda for that. They said they're going into their 8th year as a band, as a little band. Our 7th drummer. Believe me, I completely understand that. I completely understand that. Excellent stuff, LaFonda. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. And like I said, they have a big show coming up at Numos this Thursday. You heard New Mexico, you know what they can do. If you're local, if you're watching this on replay, make sure you check out LaFonda this Thursday at Numos with Lisa Prank, Chinese American Bear, and Cujo Boogie. Come on, Cujo Boogie. Come on. LaFonda says, we love Modest Mouse. Always. Yeah, I love Modest Mouse too. Who doesn't? I do have to say, your cover of Animal by the Mike Snow track, Animal, fantastic. That was really, really good. And it got stuck in my head forever. They also are big fans of Warpaint and Jenny Lewis. Very, very good. Very, very good. Yeah, very, very good. But you know what? You know what? I want to know something. Are you a real man?
Joe Simmons used to be your average teenager. He enjoyed his music. He liked his magazines. He loved his television programs. He worshiped Marissa Wilson. He had a few pet habits. But then, Joe got a message. Now, Joe will never be the same.
Green Day? Not today. Counting Crows? Your number's up. Pearl Jam? Your toe jam. Consider yourself disconnected. Joe! Hey, you got a light? I'm gonna let it shine.
What's up, Joe? Are you crazy?
Crazy? Yo loco por Jesus.
You know, I don't know if I could give up on all the music I love and beat up my friends for Jesus, but who knows? Who knows? I mean, if something like that dropped right into my hands, I don't know. Maybe I would. For those of you who are new, by the way, where do you go when there's nowhere to go? That is the question that I posed to you in the chat. But yeah, I mean, that guy literally beats up his friend because he's smoking a cigarette. The guy was just smoking a cigarette with him like earlier in the video. Anyway, big love to the Found Footage Fest YouTube page for finding this crazy ass shit. I'm dropping a link right now. I gotta go back and find it here because I forgot to do it during the video. LaFonda says the candles. Yes, the candles. That was really something. And the guy did eat a CD as well. So I dropped a link to Found Footage Fest. Definitely subscribe. You can waste many hours of your life like I have in that rabbit hole. Great stuff. Great stuff. I'm gonna let it shine. Great stuff. Blazing Space is with us. Great stuff, everybody. Having a blast. So where do you go when there's nowhere to go? I haven't really gotten a lot of responses, friends. I was hoping to read some. Well, while I wait for that, okay, maybe you can think about it. If you've been watching Weird at Night over the last few months, you know things have been building up to a bit of a head, okay? And we've got McGruff and McBrad here to give you a little recap, which will, knowing them, probably add to your confusion, which we love here on Weird at Night. Just watch.
Hey, you watch Weird at Night, right, McBrad?
Every week,
And you pay attention, right?
whenever I'm not on my phone doom scrolling, which is about 10% of the time.
That's what I thought. Let me give you some advice from an old dog trying to learn new tricks. Your attention is important, and whatever you give your attention to becomes important. Sure, you picked up on the fact that glasses changed to barefoot monocle, but did you see the small and the invisible changes? Like how everyone was so wrapped up in the case of the barefoot messiah that they forgot to see the spectacle bear. And now Dartone the Third is being helpful? Or how Frank the Talking Shoe grew as a lighting technician? The way Bang Bang and Louie have struggled with their moral principles, trying to heal their private wounds of betrayal. Tony Japan may be starting to remember how the monocle bear is brainwashing him, but I'm still curious about what doctor he was speaking to on his cassette machine. Mandy and Vince are seeing eye to eye. Triple C has nearly caught up with TC. And the Barefoot Messiah revealed why he stole Utopion and what he has been using it for.
Wow, McGruff, now that I've given you a couple minutes of my attention, I see what you mean. Things have changed in the Waniverse.
Changed and changing, McBrad. We've come full circle. Speaking of circle, did you hear the news about Sam?
That Sam and the Pink Cloud broke up?
No, silly, that's just another rumor from Trey Halloween. Sam is changing his name. As he said it, he is stepping into his true name. But more on that later in the show.
This recap was sponsored by Shitty's Pizza. Shitty's. The hospital is right next door. Try a slice and enter code Why God Do We Suffer for a free depubing. Shitty's. We're a family company. Fuck yeah.
Wow. Touching. Hey, if you want to see all of those clips for yourself, this never-ending story that we tell here on Weird at Night, you can absolutely do it on our YouTube channel. Use, and make sure, well, we'll get to that. My ADD brain is jumping all over the place. I'm dropping a link to our YouTube right now. Please sign up for our YouTube because we're uploading shit there all the time. So if you want to watch the full story of what McGruff and McBrad just recapped, go to our YouTube. And as McGruff and McBrad pointed out, there is some news developing with Sam, the former Sam Circle and the Pink Cloud. A budding romance? Alien anthropomorphic cloud love? Yes, friends. Yes. proud of you for making this brave step. Circle Sam sounds much better than Sam Circle, and it really suits you. Are you sure you didn't want me to invite anyone else to your party?
Babe, you are the only sentient being I want with me on this momentous day. I'm still a little nervous to announce it to the world, but I feel much more well-rounded now.
But baby, why? You were so excited. We were out at this event space and rented a helium machine. I made a cake.
Thank you. I do appreciate it. It's not you. You are amazing. I think perhaps even though I'm excited to be Circle, I'm grieving the loss of Sam?
Interesting. I felt similar after I got sober. When the cotton candy period of my fresh sobriety wore off, I was left with some serious feelings of depression.
I'm feeling some of that too. I really am excited to be a new me. Every time you say Circle, it makes me float.
Circle. 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 Okay, careful. If you get much higher, we'll be on our way back to Earth. And I have no interest in participating in Dartone Day this year.
Really? Dartone Day is usually one of your favorite holidays.
If I was ever gonna relapse, it would be on a Dartone Day. That's one of the most intoxicated days of the year in New Orleans. I would float across town, meeting up with stranger after stranger, growing weaker and weaker until I found myself back in liquid form, floating a shit canal. I've changed, Circle, and so have you. I'm proud of you, and you should be proud of yourself.
Change is scary. The fear of changing your name can be intense. But I'm starting to feel like moving forward through the scariness. Following the fear is the best way to get to more courageous ground.
You're only alien, baby. Every beginning is weird at first, then it gets easier, and you no longer have to be reminded of Sam's time in the Space Force. Sam is gone.
And I miss him a little bit. But not those assholes in the Space Force.
Fuck the Space Force!
You know what I'm thinking? Sam was all about Sam. Circle was all about us. Maybe instead of throwing a party, instead of making a dramatic appearance on Dartone Day, maybe instead we just go home. Snuggle up together and watch some Weird at Night safely from Planet Circle.
Yeah! Let's stay! Circle.
Sam Circle is no more! Long live Circle Sam! Good for you, Circle Sam. And Circle is feeling more well-rounded, which popped me, I gotta say. There are eras of all of us, and Circle Sam is ready to turn the page. And good on the Pink Cloud for recognizing their triggers and choosing the right path. I'm never excited to celebrate Dartone Day, but we're going to very soon. When did this place ever listen to me anyway? But instead of listening to me, maybe we should all listen to the good work done over at Converge Media. They do incredible news and cultural programming. They won the Governor's Award at the local Emmys last year. And the homies at Converge have shown up here on Weird at Night many times too. Independent media is so important, but they're only independent because people like us. And if you're like me, you know that independent news is incredibly important. Check this out.
Converge Media produces culturally relevant content for Black and urban audiences. Our coverage is raw, transparent, and objective, praised by community leaders, government officials, and residents. Support Converge Media today via Venmo, Cash App, or PayPal at Converge Media.
What's poppin'? Order my coffee, it's locked in. I roll often, all of this chronic unboxing. Might just ollie your oxen free. Probably gon' body your concept. Ain't no golly gosh with me. Probably all part of my process. What's cracking? Flicking the whip, I'm mashing. Shipping a stick, I'm dragging. Fire the bick, I'm magic. Tired of shit that's passive. Prop up all the pageantry. Them looks ain't never gon' last in. Chopping sprees, constant speed. Knowledge, I got it from conscious. Foot to the gas, I'll punch it. Boot to the trash, I'm punting. You ain't hash or blunt like me. Look what you bastards done did. Stuck in a past assumption. Calculate like an instrument of mass destruction. Looking at innocence like a mask that functions as a blinder towards a sense that prevents a plummet. As a reminder that your gift ain't December nothing. We got a year round shifting like a spinning earth is. Despite the center worth bent to a bitter purchase. You a bigger person and your shit is price.
Goddamn. The monster of ceremonies, Terry Monstrosity. You know Terry. He's always got something going on. Make sure you go to Terry's links that I dropped in the chat. Check out his Bandcamp. Check out Terry's website. Check out Terry's YouTube. All of his raps, all of his free verses are there. Incredible stuff. And Weird at Night airs on Converge Media channels every Saturday at 10 p.m. Pacific. Check out their website. See about becoming a financial backer. I dropped links to their donation page. I hope you give it a look. So I asked, where do you go when there's nowhere to go? And I did get some answers. Matty O'Shea, what up, buddy? Matty O'Shea says the bar and then the alley to pass out. Fair enough. Blazing Space, where? Inside, deep, rather than far. Although a change of scenery helps with the change of perspective. Very good, Blazing Space. Very good. Something to think about there. Dartone the Third, I go to my mind palace. I'll share it on Discord. It's gross but fascinating. You've been warned. Well, it is with that I must say that tonight I will not be in the live Discord chat after the show. I have an early day tomorrow, but Dartone, I'll give you a call Monday, all right, buddy? And you can definitely gross me out. And you will. I know you will. Matty O'Shea says, not much, man. You, great show as always. I've been so busy, friends. I've been so busy, and I could talk about it all show long, but we got a show to do. And something I wanted to mention is Naomi Bayomi Fayomi, WAN community member and known publicly as Naomi Jean Cooper, with a particular love for circles, posted this really cool picture on Facebook the other day for people to print off and hand color or digitally cover. Super, super cool stuff. Go follow Naomi Jean Cooper art on Facebook and print one off yourself. I've been coloring a little bit more recently myself, hanging out with a 6-year-old quite a lot, and it's a lot of fun. I've actually kind of fallen back in love with it. But you know where I go when there is nowhere to go? I go to the cavern of cool shit. What am I talking about? This is what I'm talking about. This is the cavern of cool shit. And this is just some shit that I've been into recently. LaFonda Music says, same with my 2-year-old. Yes, coloring is dope. So yes, I have a few cool things I've been up to. I don't know if they're cool to anyone but me, but I thought I'd share anyway. Dead Cells. This is a video game I bought. I love playing it, and I am terrible at it. Absolutely terrible. This is what they call a roguelike game. If you die, you have to start at the very beginning and start all over, but you kind of get skills that make you better as you go on. It's been very, very intense, but when I have time, I enjoy this game a lot. Something else that I saw recently that I really enjoyed was a documentary on HBO Max called Murder on Middle Beach. I like true crime. True crime is very cool, but this is a lot more interesting than just your normal true crime, because the guy making this is a documentary about a woman who was murdered, and it's made by her son, who is trying to get more information. It is made with, it's heartbreaking, but it's fascinating, incredible storytelling. It's compelling the whole way through. And I didn't feel as bad watching it because it was made by somebody actually affected by the thing. So definitely check Murder on Middle Beach out if you get a chance. It is a very compelling documentary, fantastically made. Patrick Makes Media. This is my new little freelance thing that I am working on. If you have a film editing project, if you need a website built, if you need graphics made for something, let me know. Patrick Makes Media. I just dropped the link to my website. And the website's a work in progress. You can go check it out if you're so inclined. But I will be updating it quite a lot. You can watch my film reel over there. Yeah, just getting things going. It's very scary right now, but very exciting. And lastly, I recently went to the Van Gogh interactive exhibit with Better Kitty Meow, who this was part of my a birthday gift. We went to the Van Gogh interactive exhibit. It's about to be gone, and I gotta say, it's absolutely mind-blowing. When we first got there, you know, you're kind of walking through. There's a few interactive things, but there's just kind of a bunch of prints, and you're just like, oh, okay, this is fine. And then you get to this giant room where this multimedia explosion happens all over you of Van Gogh's work. It's absolutely incredible. It's absolutely incredible. It's about a half hour, maybe 40 minutes, and you can sit anywhere in this giant room and just have Van Gogh's work wash over you. It's beautiful, it's heartbreaking, and it's really, really cool. And there's also free tea, according to Better Kitty Meow, which is very true. Dartone the Third says, I have a bunch of film to edit. None could be shown on Twitch or YouTube. Dartone, of that, I have no doubt, my friend. Of that, I have no doubt. But we're at the chat break, friends. We're going to take a minute to recharge. Just a minute, though. Just a minute. We got so much happening. Blazing Space says, agree. It's a nice sit and enjoy it wash over you. Recommend a couple mushies if you do that. If you're into mushies, baby, this would be a time for them. Absolutely. Absolutely. Matty O'Shea says, that does sound cool. I'm telling you, it's awesome. I'm a fan of Van Gogh. I'm a fan of painting broadly. But I have to say, being in a giant room, I really think this is the way this work will live on forever. To have, you know, as a multimedia person myself, somebody who creates multimedia, I have nothing but respect for the people who are a part of this project. Absolutely incredible. Better Kitty Meow specifies that the free tea is at the beginning by check-in. So Blazing Space, next time, make sure that's where you get it. It's right at the beginning. Right at the beginning. And speaking of Blazing Space, you should go to our shop. The Weird at Night at weirdatnight.com/shop. I'm going to drop a link right here. You can get yourself a Blazing Space t-shirt, a Blazing Space hat, and you should check out the rest of the artists in our artist studio. The artists featured in our artist studio, this is like going to Bandcamp and buying something there, okay? We cover our costs, and then we pass on all the profits to the featured artists that you're purchasing from. And it's a great way to support artists. And we're hoping to build back up in the artist studio. We will be reaching out to people to see if they'd like to be featured there in the future. But our featured artist tonight is Blazing Space. Someone well worth supporting, somebody who has tirelessly busted their ass, has worked as hard as anybody I know to get out there. 247 Gremlin just subscribed. Thank you, 247 Gremlin. That's incredible. And we also have Weird at Night stuff you can go look at in the Shop of WAN as well. Very, very cool stuff. Yes, please do go check it out. It's a great way to support what we do here. Like I said, we are trying to spotlight artists, visual artists, musicians, filmmakers, comedians, drag artists, any kind of artist. We want to feature them on Weird at Night because giving people a platform has become my passion. It is something that I feel so deeply about. So please tell your friends to watch Weird at Night, and then go check out the store. It's a great way to support what we do. Okay, I'm done rambling. I'm not done rambling. I'll always ramble. It's what I do, baby, but I love to do it. Coming up, we've still got some chaos and art headed your way, mon amis. Rest assured. Stick around. But we kick that chaos off with an absolutely incredible performance by the 253's own LIVt. LIVt. Liv is returning WAN fam. We've shown several music videos of hers, and her track Pink and Orange has been on my continual playlist since it dropped. It gets stuck in my head all the time. I love that song. But LIVt kept things very interesting with a Tiny Desk submission this year. This is her track Rotation that we'll be chatting more about when we come back, but this is a live band version, and I'm telling you, it's very, very good stuff. LIVt, everybody.
Daytime. Fuck you to this baseline. I'm wrecked when you're just next to me. I'm so upset it's happening, and I must confess that I'm in distress. I don't got the time, but I wanna keep you in rotation. Save our love for later. When I'm down, you come around and make me scream your name. I wanna keep you in rotation. Fuck this isolation. I feel down, please come around and make me scream your name. Love too deep, I can't find my way. It's all too easy to make mistakes. Love too deep, I can't find my way. It's all too easy to make mistakes. Love too deep, I can't find my way. Love too complicated, I'll just fade, make mistakes. Now it's midnight, I wanna fuck till the sun up. It's unreal, I'm undone. I just can't believe I wanna keep you in rotation. Fuck this isolation. I feel down, please come around and make me scream your name. I wanna keep you in rotation. Fuck this isolation. I feel down, please come around and make me scream your name. Whoa, whoa, I wanna keep you in rotation. Save our love for later.
Oh, hi, this is Dante, the ruler of hell and beyond, with my new toy, Dartone III. If you need some of that fresh lettuce, you came to the right place. If you want to make a deal, you called the right face. That rhymes. You are watching Weird at Night.
Goddamn, that was dope, LIVt. Holy shit, that was incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Beautiful, and very explicitly, you know, about, you know, when people love each other. Okay. When you check out LIVt's album Pink and Orange, which I highly recommend you buy on Bandcamp, I dropped links. You can see how stunningly different that version was. Awesome. And while I was on Liv's Bandcamp, I read her bio, which I'll share with you now. Liv is a Pacific Northwest native who at her core values creativity, living freely in the service of others. Her music is a reflection on love, what it means to be black and outspoken, and as well as what it takes to get out of your own way and be whoever you want. Be damned anyone else. Be damned anyone else. Mimicking the Northwest weather, she describes her music as laid back, sometimes dark, but always soulful. And I think you'd agree with me. That is a very apt description. Let's put that on loop. All right, there we go. All right. No, that was, yeah. LaFonda says sexy as fuck, and they are not wrong. LIVt, definitely bringing it. Whether dark or dancey, LIVt's music always comes across as celebratory to me, a celebration of freedom, of creativity, of life. Absolutely amazing stuff. Is Liv in the chat? I'm not sure right now. Matty O'Shea was kind enough to buy Fred Durst, Limp Bizkit's own Fred Durst, a subscription to Weird at Night again, and I am living for the day where Fred Durst one day is just like, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? You know, do people do this to Fred Durst all the time? They probably do. But you know what, Fred Durst, if you ever watch this show, I'm telling you right now, you can come, be on the show. I will talk to you. We will talk about your other passions in life. Maybe, now that you've got your money and stuff, maybe you like fly fishing. Maybe you don't want to talk about Limp Bizkit. Maybe you don't want to, I mean, look, we'll talk about whatever you want to talk about, baby, but you should be here on Weird at Night. Imagine the huge numbers we would do here on Weird at Night if we had Fred Durst to join us. Also, want to give it up to Not For Sale for the sexy ass beats each and every episode of Weird at Night. Not For Sale's been featured on like 200 episodes of Weird at Night. So is Terry Monstrosity. Those two are incredibly prolific artists. Not For Sale has an Instagram and a YouTube and a Bandcamp that I highly recommend you go check out. Not For Sale has produced a ton of stuff. Has produced Terry Monstrosity even, and I highly recommend you check them out because the guy is always up to something new, and I love it. I absolutely love it. So make sure you go and check that out. Dartone says, "Hell yeah! I hope Creed is in the chat too." Dartone, really, kind of always at least consistent, is consistently hoping for the wrong things. But big ups to LIVt, big ups to Not For Sale, big ups all around. And there's somebody else that I need to give big ups to, and that's Shitty's Pizza. The hospital is right next door, as McGruff told you earlier. If you don't know why, just have a slice. Use promo code WhyGodDoWeSuffer. You get a free depubing, normally $4.99. Nah, not for you, friends. Not for you. It's absolutely complimentary. And it gets better because you can shave and save when you use that promo code WhyGodDoWeSuffer. We'll use the scraped pubes that we scraped off your pizza to make you and your family a complimentary Merkin. Yeah, sexy as fuck, as I believe somebody else said earlier. Sexy as fuck. It's on the corner of 9th and Nocturnal Drive, just past the memory of your first fully charged smartphone. Smartphone. Yeah, Blazing Space says, "Hey friend, where did you get that Merkin? Do you want to be the cool kid at school? Do you want to be the cool kid at school? Yeah, that's right. You got to go to Shitty's Pizza. You got to go to Shitty's Pizza to get a Merkin like this, to get a Merkin on your face, which I don't think most people ever aspire to do. And that's their loss. That's their loss. But what is our gain? Well, our gain is the auto right. The auto right. That's right, friends. It is time for the auto right. And if you're new to Weird at Night, I'm going to explain how this works. We do this at the end of every single episode. The auto write is essentially a little exercise where we try to tap into our unconscious creative impulses. So I'm going to count back from 10, and as I do, you just try to clear your mind. When I get to 1, I'm going to say go. And then when I say go, we all start tippity typing whatever comes into our mind for about 30 or 45 seconds. And then after 30 or 45 seconds, I'm going to say stop. We're all going to hit enter or return on our keyboards. Everybody's auto write shows up in the chat. And we read them out loud. We go, you little rascal, you little, or, ooh, that's quite deep. Very good. Whatever. That's what we do. That's what we do, baby. So once again, I'm going to count back from 10. As I do, just try to clear your mind. When I get to 1, I'm going to say go. When I say go, you tippity type on your keyboard. Whatever comes into your mind. Doesn't matter. Doesn't have to make sense. Don't spell correct. Don't edit. Just keep typing. For about 30, 45 seconds, maybe even a full minute. Huh? Yeah? Feeling really crazy. Yeah. Yes. And then I'll say stop. When I say stop, we all hit enter or return. Everybody's auto write shows up in the chat. I read them out loud. We have a good laugh. Then I play the credits. We get the hell out of here and we go raid somebody. And we all saunter off into the night. Okay. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Breathe out. That's how I do it. Okay, let's do it. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Go. Start typing. All right, go ahead and stop. Hit enter or return on your keyboard. Let the world see what came through your mind, friendos. All right, Weird at Night. That's me. Oh, wow. Whatever comes into my mind is my mind in the virtual reality machine that is my consciousness. I'm a meaning machine meant to be meaningful in small doses and obscene and insane in large. It's okay. There's no reason to be afraid because reason has no place here. Do not abandon ship. This is your captain calling, and he loves to eat bacon at midnight when the cats are asleep. 247 Gremlin. Welcome. Rotation is not ho, that is pale a question in a mark. I don't know what there was a time in my life that I was hungry. That time is still now and was then and will be again. Probably burritos. Would be nice. Do you know if Carmelo's is still open? I'd like that. It would be pretty nice. I like their little pickled vegetables and stuff. Anyways, like I was saying about rotations. 247 Gremlin. Beautiful stuff. Sexual Corn. Welcome, Sexual Corn. The light is in the room and my hands are somewhere in the room. I don't have any pants, and now you are reading this wondering where my hands and pants are. Is it salacious? Maybe. Smell my fingers. I don't know where these fingers have been. Probably into a worm glass where goldfish once swam, and then were deposited in a nice river, a pantsless river where the red fern grows. There's a cat on my lap. I pet the cat a lot with my hands on the cat. Sexual cord. Good God! Good God! Beautiful stuff. Blaze in Space EB3B5B6 said that spaceship to the microwave, who responded in 4 minutes and 20 seconds exactly, with burnt popcorn and some exploded gravy. Luckily, this is the kind of romantic gesture that really gets a spaceship's engine going, and under the stars that night, they made a radioactive child and her name was Sally. That's the backstory to the baby at the end of 2001: A Space Odyssey. You're welcome, Pop-Tart. What? Spoiler! Blaze in Space. Beautiful, beautiful stuff. I love this, everybody. I love. Oh, Liv is in the chat. Liv, I'm going to ask you a few questions before we go tonight. So everybody, after I read these, we're going to ask Liv some questions. LaFonda, tomorrow you'll wake up to a trail of treats, a chocolate carrot, jelly bean poop, and you'll see this basket and we'll see you gleaming, wondering how this beautiful blue basket filled with cars. Wow. LaFonda. Fantastic. Where have you been our whole lives, LaFonda? Fantastic stuff. Better Kitty Meow. There's this chick I know who cheats at Hungry Hippo, and one day she told me she has a kitten in her belly. And when I asked if the kitten purrs, does she need? What does she do? She looked at me like I was a Hungry Hippo cheater. And then this other chick says she is pregnant with a cat. That's actually a true story, folks. That's actually a true story. Dartone III, it was my worst nightmare. Creed and Fred Durst were about to fight. It was a tragedy. I saw my heroes go, Conan the Barbarian style on each other as a comet hit the moon, saving us from an apocalypse. I got popcorn and a beer. Matty O'Shea, sipping on a beer now, thinking about writing. I need to write more. Working on a poetry book and a screenplay. I don't even care if they're good or not, just something I need to do. Like going on the sidewalk to skate when you're a kid. Just write like you used to skate. Fantastic. Fantastic. Thank you. Liv Music says this is an amazing show segment. Liv, we just watched Rotation. Whoop, wrong thing. We watched Rotation and we loved that. And I was telling the fine people watching this show to check you out. It was absolutely beautiful and very, very sexy. Your Instagram describes you as a musician and filmmaker. I've always noticed that your music videos are insanely well produced. Can you tell us more about the filmmaking side of things? You said you were on set today. Like, what were you up to? What do you do with the filmmaking stuff? It was absolutely awesome, that live band version of Rotation. And then the other question I had for you, your Bandcamp goes back to 2020. How long have you been making music? How long have you been doing this? And what motivates you to do it? Those are the questions that I have for you. Take a minute to think about it. I'm gonna start saying the goodbyes while you think on those answers, and we'll wait for him to come in before we get out of here. But thank you all for joining me for yet another abstract odyssey of art and creativity. I want to encourage everyone to explore their creativity, whether it's professional or just for fun, whether you're any good at it, at what you're doing or not. I try plenty of things that I'm terrible at, but I enjoy them anyway, damn it. Progress is incremental. We are multitudes. And we have so much in this life to explore. Oh, okay. Liv Music says, thank you for all that. I actually work for a YouTube channel, cut and freelance and write. That's dope, Liv. Well, hey, maybe we can collaborate on something for Weird at Night going forward if you'd like to. We would love to have you be a part of the WANiverse. Yes, and LaFonda and Blaze in Space, Dartone are kind of passing along the love because that is some incredible stuff. Liv, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Weird at Night is founded on 4 key principles. People come first, time matters more than money, art is the antidote, attack with love, and love yourself because you're the best thing that's ever gonna happen to you, friends. I'm Patrick Galactic. We are Weird at Night. Take good care of you. Love your people every chance you get. I'll be back for Find Your Weird on Tuesday at 10 p.m. Pacific and right back here next Saturday at 10 p.m. Pacific for another episode of Weird at Night. Till then, Mon Amours, thank you for being Weird at Night. Liv, you didn't see this, and it feels like a crime. I don't want to let you go before you see this. Everybody else, you're going to see it again. And then we're going to get out of here. Goodbye.
Joe Simmons used to be your average teenager. He enjoyed his music. He liked his magazines. He loved his television programs. He worshipped Marissa Wilson. He had a few pet habits. But then, Joe got a message. Now, Joe will never be the same.
Green Day? Not today. Counting Crows? Your number's up. Pearl Jam? Your toe jam. Consider yourself disconnected. Joe! Hey, you got a light? I'm gonna let it shine.
What's up, Joe? Are you crazy?
Crazy? Yo loco por Jesus.
You're weird at night. It's for love that you fight. But sometimes you just ain't right. You're weird at night. You're weird. Night after night, weird at night.
Feeling strange outside the norm, a parallel universe torn, the ordinary gives you a fright, so let's be weird, weird at night.
You're weird at night, so weird at night. Thanks for being so weird at night. Night after night.
Kinda lost, odd and alone. But fuck, look how you've grown. It's kismet, you give love, you give light. Just being weird at night. You're weird. Night after night, weird at night.
As above, so below. As below, so above. Wherever you go, there you are. Wherever you go, there you are.
Wherever you go, there you are.